What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Kingdom Prototype, the blueprint for abundant living. I'm your girl, Lex.
I'm your girl, Jazz.
And welcome back, party people. Okay, so y'all already know the drill. Do us a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Oh, look, I'm getting better.
It's a favorite. Like, comment.
I have to make sure I know which phones on. I need to say phones. I got to make sure I say all phones. Okay, listen, look at these. I'm getting better. Okay, do all them things. Okay, like it for us. Comment. We want to hear from you. Okay, we trying to build community. You know what I'm saying? We is accessible. That's the right word. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can move on. I already said comment. Subscribe and share this with your best friend, your boo thing, your mama, your daddy, your co-worker, whomever. Do what you do. Okay. Sound good? Great. All right, let's move on. All right, y'all. So as y'all know, we have been in our Power of Choice series. We have been exercising our power to choose, because we can make decisions. We have the power. I got no other way to put that.
No other way to put it.
Yeah, like,
we have the power.
Listen, we have the power to choose. It is a choice. Ain't nobody gonna put a gun to our heads. We ain't gonna be forced. We is grown. Therefore, since we is grown, we can make decisions. And we are going to be intentional about making the tough decisions. The decisions that really just might suck.
Right.
I wish I had a sexier intro. Like a sexier, just to make that sound sexy.
I can't think of no way to make that sound
sexy. I can't think of no way to make that thing.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, to make that thing sound sexy. So yes, we are ending 2022, making these decisions so that 2023 can be the best year of our lives. So that 2023 we can thrive spiritually. We can thrive in our relationship with God. We can be authentic in our relationship with God. We don't have to be so stagnant. I don't like it. Like, when I feel stagnant, it like kills me. Like, it just irks my nerves. And so we are going to make some choices so that we can run full throttle spiritually, emotionally,
and it's exciting.
Mentally, like, I'm trying to tell you, like, I get excited about this stuff, like.
And I feel like it's a timing too for me. Like, it's like a fresh start.
Okay, fresh start. I'm sorry.
For the new year. Of course, we still got 5 weeks left in the year, so anything can happen.
Listen, like, you can start right now.
Yeah, you can literally start right now. But also, it's the perfect time, and being that we're going into a new year, to just really start the year off strong, and like you said, just really
doing things differently.
Yeah, it's time to, like you said, it's time to get out that milk.
Like
Peter said.
Yeah, like Peter said.
That milk.
It's time to get on that milk, to get on that meat. Oh, I'm gonna keep it focused. I'm gonna keep it focused. It's time to get off of that milk. You said spiritual food. Ooh, did I hear that?
Yeah, he said that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember the verse. I remember you talking about.
Yeah, something along the lines. Basically, it's time to grow in your spiritual walk. It's time to get off the milk. It's time to get into the spiritual food.
Yo, facts.
So yeah, I said all to say it's exciting. It's exciting for me.
Yeah, it is. To experience God in a new way. When is the last time you had a new encounter? When? 5 years ago?
And when you say the last time is when you was a kid,
yeah,
that's a problem.
When you first accepted Jesus into your life,
and that's a huge problem.
That's not funny.
It might be time you got that milk.
I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be laughing, but that thing just took me out because it's so real.
That is real. Like, it's funny, but it's real. Yeah. Like, it's real.
Like, okay, we gonna move on. I'm gonna say focus, because I'm just reminded of older people. It's just like, your last new encounter with God was 25 years ago, and it's just like, what?
Yeah.
An infinite God.
And that's what separates religion and a real relationship. But anyway,
yeah, we gonna move on, because that ain't what we supposed to be talking about. Today we are making the decision to put in the work. Oh, this is what excites I'm sorry, y'all. This is I can run around this. This excites me. Internal growth is what internal transformation is what excites me. I guess I'm a therapist. I guess that's duh. Not duh. Like I guess that's like a no-brainer. But the internal. My favorite thing, not to make this about me, about being a therapist, is seeing the internal growth. Seeing people grow, heal, mature internally. Because it impact. I'm gonna relax. Because it has an impact on the way they show up in the world. On the way we show up in the world. So when God heals me of my wounds and my broken heart, I naturally show up differently. When I grow internally, transform internally. Okay, I'm done. We can start over because I can do this all day. It impacts the way we show up in the world. The internal transformation is why I can accomplish destiny.
Right.
Go ahead. You about to go in?
No, I'm just soaking it in. You
okay. Yeah.
You're talking good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're talking good. So I'm just listening.
So I'm gonna move on because I can stay right there. I can stay right there, but I is gonna move on. So we are going to make the decision to allow God to transform us internally. But I'm gonna stop praying for a car. I got mad. I'm gonna stop praying for a house. I'm gonna stop praying for increase. Y'all don't want to talk to me. I'm gonna stop praying for this man. Y'all really don't want to talk to me. I'm gonna stop praying for this 6-figure job, and I'm gonna ask God to work on me. I just got mad. We don't like that prayer.
Right.
I'm gonna ask God to create in me a clean heart. I'm gonna ask God to work on my inner man. I'm sorry. I just got excited, and I just.
It is exciting because everything else will come as a result.
Somebody gets me.
So, yeah, that's definitely exciting, and I think a lot of people are just thinking about the now. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking long term. Just thinking about what do I need now.
Yeah, it's mine and I want it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we could go all the way into delayed gratification, but we really not gonna do that because we could talk about that for 100 hours.
Right. We definitely could.
So we are going to move on. So my question to you is: will you allow God to work on you, your internal man? You see, because I'm about to get mad. I'm gonna relax. I'm sorry, because I'm trying not to, and we gonna keep going. We ain't starting over. Because we throw around this cliche, this cliche churchy saying of becoming. I'm gonna become. I wanna become the friend, the mother, the wife, the entrepreneur, the businesswoman, the CEO, whatever the case. I'm missing something. The auntie, the uncle, the friend. I already said friend. The whomever. I want to become all who I'm supposed to be. But I'm curious as to if we. Do we really understand what that means?
That's a good question because I know I didn't. There was a point where I had no idea about inward transformation. All of that sounds foreign to me. You know, honestly, I thought because I grew up in a Baptist church, so it was heavy emphasis on getting baptized and all of that good stuff. So I thought when I got baptized, me and God, we was cool.
We off to the races.
I honestly didn't know back then anything about, having to be changed eternally, having to get a new, be given a new heart. I didn't know nothing about that. And even there was also a point too where when I did learn about it, I wasn't ready.
Ooh, that's nasty.
I wasn't ready for it. So yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm about to say? My patented. Tell me more.
That's what I got.
Let's stop. Go ahead.
Go ahead, because
No.
I was just about to say, I feel like even when I learned about the inward transformation, I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to make sacrifices. I wasn't ready to give up some things, people, whatever, places, all of that. But I just wasn't at a point. I wasn't in a place where I was ready. I felt like I wasn't ready to do what it took. Once I learned like the totality of what all it required, I was like, wait a minute, like I thought we was cool, I done got baptized, say I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and my Savior.
Now let's get it.
You're like, yeah, let's get it. Like what my house at now? That's literally like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. That was my mind.
That just took me out.
And God was like,
slow down.
Like you got somebody else. That ain't me. That ain't how I operate. So I said all that to say, like, yeah. So there definitely was a point of time where I didn't understand the whole totality of it. And then if I'm being even more honest, and when I did understand the totality of it, I still wasn't ready.
Yeah.
For of course my own selfish reasons. As humans
a human
are,
being.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So here we are.
Yeah, so here we are. That's nasty. That's real though. That's real. Because sometimes we do know, and sometimes we just ain't ready. We just aren't. I'm gonna be better. We just aren't ready, and that's real.
Yeah, like I'm not even gonna I ain't even gonna lie. Like I was thinking, like look, my mindset was like minimum planting, expecting like a large harvest. I was like, all right, like I said, I done did this. I done gave my life to Christ, and I got baptized. Done did this, and it's just like I was expecting, right? I was expecting all these great things to happen, and I feel like when they didn't happen, I got either uninterested or discouraged. But I could so anyway, I said all that to say I feel like it's important to understand the totality of it, and also to make a decision to be all in. Once you
sorry, go ahead.
Once you understand the totality of what it takes to be inwardly transformed, then yeah, you just have to go for it. You just have to be all in.
Yeah. Oh, that was so. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the when things didn't happen or the way that you thought or when you wanted, you would get either uninterested or discouraged. That's so real. That's where so many of us get stuck. When I do this thing and it doesn't work out, or when this thing ain't happening as fast, Lord Jesus, as I want it to, now I lose interest, and now I'm discouraged. And so then the question becomes, well, so the question becomes, are we really seeking God for Him or for what He can give us? And I think a big part of the internal, this ain't even it, a big part of the internal transformation is giving us a genuine desire for God, for wanting Him, more than we want His presence. I'm reminded of Moses, one of them chapters in Exodus 32, 33, 34, one of them, where God was basically about to send them somewhere. And Moses was letting him know, like, yo, bro, like, if your presence don't go with us, don't go with me, I ain't going. Can we get to that point? If your presence ain't in this job, if your presence if your presence ain't with this man, this friend, this whatever, I don't want it.
That's good.
That ain't sexy.
Yeah, that ain't sexy, but that's true. That's definitely true.
I'm sorry, that was good to me. I'm sorry, that ain't sexy. Can we get to the place where, God, I want you more than anything? I want you. You know how much I want to build wealth. God, I want you more than I want the wealth.
I am weak.
That's real. Does God really have our hearts? That's real. Does he? And I feel like that's what the internal transformation is really about. Absolutely. Definitely about all of the other stuff. But God's like, I want you to be mine. I want you to love me for me. And not for what I can give you.
Right.
Ooh, that was a big lesson for me back in the day.
Yeah. Back
in the day, like I'm 50.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I can imagine, like, because once again I feel like it's the same way in our human relations. Like, who want to be, whether it's a friend, spouse, or whatever the case may be, who want to be in a relationship with somebody who just take, don't want to be around the person for who they are, just for what they can do.
Oh, that's good.
Like, who wants to be in relation like that? So I feel like it's the same concept.
Yeah.
What you was gonna say?
Cause every time you pray, are you asking God for something? When's the last time you prayed and said, God, honestly, all I got today is a thank you. You're awesome. You're good. You're wonderful.
And it's wild how when you start like your time with God and your day off with gratitude, like, it's wild how things just start coming together. Like, things just start falling into place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we gonna move on, cause y'all gonna get this mature palette. This mature palette. So we have come up with a new segment in the show. It is called Mature Palette, but we're going to be fancy and call it Mature Palette, because I just like the way that sounds.
Right.
It just sounds sexy. Sexier or sophisticated. How about that? Sounds classy. So we've come up with this what is it called? Segment in the show called Mature Palette, and it's based on, I should probably get the scripture. That would be, more like right. The scripture in Peter, where Peter basically says, get off milk. When you were a child, you drink milk. You grown now. Graduated to solid foods. Okay. And we can, I'm sorry, I'm getting mad. And we can take that mindset with God. When I first started my relationship with God, we was on milk, breastfed.
Not breastfed.
Breastfed. But then as you matriculate, your palate begins to change. And it begins to mature and expand. And then you start eating filet mignons and lobster and all the vegetables that we ain't like as children. Ooh. Okay, I will move on. So that is the basis of this segment. Y'all ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get into it. Okay, so we are going over to Joel chapter number 2, verse 13 in the Message Bible. It reads like this: change your life, not just your clothes. I'm gonna move on. Change your life, not just your clothes. Don't just change on the outward. Change. I didn't see that earlier. Change inwardly. Don't just put on your fancy church clothes, your fancy Jesus gear. God is dope. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't just put that on. Change your life.
You got to be cleaned up first before you put on some clothes. New clothes.
Change your life, not just your clothes. Come back to God. And then he make it personal. Your God. All right. And here's why. God is kind and merciful. He takes this one that gets me every single time. He takes a deep breath, puts up with a lot. This most patient God, extravagant in love, always ready to cancel catastrophe. He takes a deep breath, puts up with a lot. He takes a deep breath, puts up with a lot. thing just gets me every single time.
That's crazy. Because it just sounds so personal. It just sounds so like, I don't know, just so personal. Like, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you think of God, you don't think of him like sighing, like,
yeah,
you know, like
taking deep breaths.
Right, taking deep breaths. And yeah, it's just, I feel like it definitely makes it more personal for sure.
We don't think of God as being frustrated. Because he's patient. He's kind. He's merciful. What you mean God can be frustrated? And I think what we tend to take God's patience for granted. Same way we take his grace for granted. We take his patience for granted. It says, literally, this is in your Bible. It says he takes a deep breath, puts up with a lot. And I'm curious as to if that deep breath could be a deep breath of frustration. Ooh, that ain't sexy. I know that's it tight. You just, I'm curious. Could it be? Bro, when's the last time you was dealing with somebody and you had to take a deep breath? And we don't got to go into details of the story, but I'm curious as to what was the connotation around the deep breath. Take your text message conversation last night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that deep breath was just like, just trying to not say the wrong, say the wrong thing. Just trying to keep your composure. Just try to stay calm and not react like you want to react. Yeah. So yeah,
trying to control your response. And could our most patient God be taking deep breaths, putting up with a lot, because he's trying not to just be like, I'm done. I'm tired of you being wishy-washy. Oh, go relax. Could it be? I'm tired of you not doing what you just need to do. Could it be that deep breath, putting up with a lot, is really God trying to, you look like you got something to say. Could it really be God trying to control his reaction? Because I'm getting into a whole nother thing, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Because we think that just because God has it for us, we're entitled to it, and it's going to happen anyway. I'm in a whole. Go ahead.
We can wild out. We can, just disobey, just flat out, just not obey, and we still feel entitled to it. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely true.
And we still gonna get it. Where in the Bible is that?
Right.
I'm gonna say this anyway. We get into a whole nother one. Going to Jeremiah. Where we know you're supposed to be here. I'm gonna go here anyway. Going to Jeremiah when it's Jeremiah 18 is basically everybody know this one, the potter and the clay. 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 And basically, God, I'm gonna read this thing verbatim. At one moment, I might suddenly speak concerning a nation or kingdom that I will uproot and break down and destroy. If that nation against which I have spoken turns from its evil, I will relent and reverse my decision concerning the devastation that I intended to do. Here's this other part. Or at another time, I might suddenly speak about a nation or kingdom that I will build up or establish. So that's all of us. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. Life more abundantly. That's all the promises he be giving you. Your promised land, right? I might speak to you and tell you I have all of these things for you. And if they do evil in my sight by not obeying my voice. Yay! So what is evil inside of God? Not obeying his voice. All them time. Okay, move on, Alexa. Move on. Then I will reverse my decision. I am getting excited. I need to relax. Then I will reverse my decision concerning the good with which I had promised to bless them. And I say all that to say, could God deep breath of frustration. That's not what the Bible said. Wait. It says he takes a deep breath, putting up with a lot. Could that be because he's trying not to reverse his decision on the good that he has promised you? Could it be? Stop romantic. Okay. Could it be? That's all I'm saying. Because we live in a society and a culture where we romanticize God's patience. We act like it's the sexiest thing in the world.
And his grace too.
Listen. But when you have to have patience with somebody, is it sexy? I got questions.
Nah, not for me.
Listen. Okay. So why do we think it's sexy for God? Right. He's just the most patient God. He's so patient with me.
But I feel like even as humans, like I have a lot of patience. I feel like, I have patience as a human, but
help me. I'm sorry.
I feel like everybody has that. I don't want to call it a breaking point, but I'm gonna just say everybody has that limit, that breaking point. And if we have it, why on earth would we think that God don't have a limit, or as far as a point to where he get just fed up?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's real. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people unfortunately don't consider that when it comes to God.
Yeah. 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 And I think sometimes we use God's patience as an excuse, or as a what's that saying? As a crutch.
Yeah.
To stay on the fence, or to continue engaging in whatever behaviors, whatever mindsets, whatever lifestyle, whatever the case may be. Well, he's just so patient. He always gonna be here. He always gonna be waiting on me. My promised land is always gonna be there. But your word says in Jeremiah, God said, I can suddenly speak a life-changing word. I can show you what I have for you. But just like I can show it to you, same way I can take it away. Right. If you do evil in my sight by not obeying my voice, I can reverse my decision. I want to give it to you, but I have the right to renege. Can I say that? Okay. Like, I said it already. Yeah. If you aren't obeying me, we're not entitled to none of this. Keep romanticizing God's patience if you want to.
We'll find out the hard. Definitely gonna learn the hard way for sure.
Keep doing it. Go on. But your word says that God can speak a word, and then he can decide to reverse it. If we are doing evil in his sight, that's what's killing me. It was the doing evil in his sight by what was it? Not listening to his voice. By not listening to his voice. By not obeying. I'm sorry. By not obeying my voice. So how about we just obey God's voice? Because we think evil in his sight is, I don't know, I cut somebody out or whatever.
I ain't gonna say that. That's kind of extreme. But yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't consider that as evil, but it's evil to God.
Yeah.
It's evil in his sight, like you said. Like, we know cussing people out and lying and stealing is evil, but
not obeying his voice.
Right.
Ooh, this is coming from me. Just think about all the little subtle times he be like, pay for the person meal behind you. Like, that's obeying his voice. Right. That's his voice. See, we talked about it earlier. It don't gotta be extreme.
Right.
It don't gotta be, I don't know why my go-to is always smoking, drinking. Like, I need another go-to, but that's always like my first. It don't always gotta be a vice. It could be something that's simple. Call your mama and apologize. That's God's voice.
Right.
And when we don't obey his voice, we're doing evil in his sight. This is blowing my mind.
That's crazy.
So next time you at the Mickey D's drive-thru and you hear that little, ooh, you want to know what gets me every time? What? Them homeless people that be right there.
Oh, yeah.
And I just got some food and I just hear, get them this food and I just like, keep struggling. I ain't even gonna hold you. I've done it before.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna hold you.
On my way to your house, there's a man out there. He got a sign that say, "What would Jesus do?"
Yeah, and I'm
like,
keep driving.
I ain't hear your voice on that one, Lord. I'm gonna just be honest. You know, you're trying to guilt trip me into something, but
I am weak. The point is, LOL. That was funny. I've done that before. I mean, I went to Chipotle. You know Chipotle right there. Mm-hmm. And then I was ready for that food, and there was this homeless man, or I don't even remember if it was a homeless man or woman, and it was right there, and I just give them the food, and I was like, but I can't. I can't. Lord, forgive me.
Basically, the point is, it could be something that simple.
Exactly.
Like, it don't have to be, like we said, like, I don't know, lying, stealing, drinking, smoking. It could just be, like we said, just simply just not obeying. When you know that you done heard from God, and you know that that's God talking to you, and you just don't obey. It could be as simple as that.
It can be as simple as that. That is evil in the sight of God. I'm done. We moving on. So, Ollie, got a challenge for you. Yeah, I do. In what areas of your life have you been romanticizing God's patience? Romanticizing it. I got questions. I dare you to reflect and to ask God. It's okay. I'll take it in my own prayer time. God, in what areas have I been romanticizing your patience? Show me.
It's to show me for me.
Show me. I ain't scared to pray those kind of prayers. It's all for my good anyway. All right, I'm moving on. I'm done. You done?
Mm-hmm.
That got a little deep.
I'm weak. Just a tad.
Just a tad.
Just a tad.
Just a tad. All right. We got to work on the outro.
Right?
Because every episode just like, I don't know, bye. Like, I guess. So, yeah.
Gotta come up with something.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to say?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You good? I'm good.
We just go. We just go in this thing. Bye.
Deuces.